Hello guys, what's poppin' y'all? Today we are solving Leetcode problem number 9, palindrome number. I will be explaining three approaches where one is the most optimal, one is intuitive and the other is mathematical. So now let's take a look at the question. We have to determine whether the given integer is a palindrome or not. If you see in the given example 2, x is minus 121. If we read it from the right to left, it is different, so we return false. And if we see 121 and we read it from right to left, it is the same. Now let's start coding the first method, which is the two pointer approach. So if we see x is smaller than 1, we return false, which is if there is a negative number, it is always false. And then we initialize two pointers. Before that, what we do is we map each of the a single digit from the integer into an array. So for that we use list of map of int and we convert the given number to string. So what is happening here is, first the given number x is converted to string, and then map of int, what it does is it takes the each and every character of the string and converts it into integer, like so, comma separated integers, 1 comma 2 comma 1 is the given example, and then list of the given thing converts the comma separated elements into a list. And then we initialize two pointers, L pointer to 0 and R pointer to the last element of the converted array. So and then we initialize a while loop where we state the condition if L is greater than R or until L is smaller than R, we run the loop. And inside the loop we state if the element that is pointed by the left pointer is equal to the is not equal to the element that is pointed to by the right pointer, we return false. And then if all the conditions are satisfied, we return true. That is, if it is a palindromic number, we return true. Here one of the most important step is to increment the left pointer and decrement the right pointer, so we can traverse throughout the entire all the digits of the number. So if we run it, the given example test case passes. Now if we submit the code and check the time complexity, we can see it is pretty optimal. It is running in 24 milliseconds, but sometimes this gives us some error. Now let me show you the most optimal approach, which is using Python slicing. Let me just clear this code. So what I do here is I return true or false based on whether the converted string is equal to the converted string when read from right to left. That is what I am using, colon and minus 1. And if we run the code, we can see that it runs in 1 millisecond, which is the most optimal solution. So now let us look at the mathematical approach that we can use to solve this question. So first let us take an example 1 2 3 4 5. Oh my god, it's not 1 2 3 4 5, it's 1 2 3 2 1. It should be a palindrome number. Yeah, and then we initialize a variable called reverse or rev to 0, which will store the half reversed number that we need. And then we traverse through each digit of the number by dividing it and getting the remainder of the number by 10, and then we store the remainder in reverse variable. And then we are continuing this step again. So if we divide 1 2 3 2 by 10, the remainder will be 2, and then we add the 2 to reverse variable. and then as long as the given number that is being divided by 10 is greater than our reverse, we continue the loop. Yeah, so and then here reverse will run till it becomes 1 2 3 and the num will remain 1 2, and now we initialize or we write the return condition to state true if reverse is equal to num, or if reverse floor divided by 10, that is it removes the last number, is equal to num. Here we are removing the last number in reverse because if the number is a odd number of digits in the number, we would need to remove the middle digit to state if the given number is palindrome or not. So if we take a look at the time complexity of both the reverse and two pointer method, it will be the same, but the space complexity of reverse is lesser than two pointer because it is O of 1, which is constant, but two pointer gives us O of log n. So we can say two pointer is not the optimal approach, rather we should pick the mathematical approach, which is the half reversal of number. So if we look at the code, we first state the condition that if x is a negative number, or when x is divided by 10 and the remainder is 0, that is the number ends with 0, and when the number is not 0 itself, we should return false, because negative numbers are not palindromic, and the numbers that are ending with 0 will also not be palindromic because a number cannot start with 0 unless and otherwise it is 0 itself. And then we initialize a result variable to store the reverse number. Let's not call it result, let's just call it REV, reverse. And then we are initializing the while loop to state as long as the given number is greater than our reverse variable, we should keep iterating through the logic that we saw, that is reverse into 10 plus the number divided by 10, that is the remainder of the number when it is divided by 10, and we floor divide x by 10 for the next iteration, and then we return true or false based on if x is equal to reverse or x is equal to reverse floor divided by 10, removing the middle number if it is odd. So you can see the test cases have passed, and when we submit, sometimes this is wrong. If you check out the other answers options that are done by people who solved it in less optimized time, it will still be the same solution. So that's all for today. Hope you guys enjoy this video. See you later. Bye bye.